Hello, everybody. I hope all of you are full of strength and vigor and open to learning. Welcome to Language Sir. This is the first module and it's for grammar. We have different modules for speaking, listening, reading, and many others. You would have got it in the package. In this module, we are going to deal with grammar. And all the activities and videos are connected to grammar and they are all of the basic grammar. I know I'm teaching not very small children, but people, those who know English, those who are exposed to a little bit of English and want to develop a little more. So, keeping in view that your aim is to learn spoken English, I'm doing this video because when we learn something, we need to have a wholesome approach to it. We cannot do alone with spoken. So, you will need a little bit of grammar, reading, writing, everything, and hence this grammar video. Okay. So in this video, we are going to learn about the timeline and tenses. When we say tenses, we know that there are many tenses. 1, 2, 3, present, past and future. We also know that when we speak, we talk of something which has happened or will happen. Something that has happened at one point of time, something that has happened over a period of time. There is a duration to the happening. It happened at one point. So for each one, whether it's in the past or the present we need to identify what time for what duration, and for each there is a tense. And that's why it's essential to know which tense to use where. And that's what we are going to do in this video. So let me take you to the PPT. Welcome to Language Cell. Today, let us learn timeline and tenses. Timeline and tenses. First, the timeline. So, what's timeline? This is the timeline. It's on this timeline that we will learn. The center is the present tense. What's over is the past tense. What will happen is the future tense. Something you all know. I'm just doing this to brush up what you know. Okay? So, present, past, future. Now here, we are going into the simple tense. On this timeline, we are going to learn the different tenses. Simple, as the name says, it's simple. Simple tenses are used when we talk about a point in time, one point in time. It's not something that's happening over a period of time, one point. See, in all these slides, when you learn the tenses, you have the description of each given below. See there, past simple, present simple, future simple. Let's go to past simple. Used for an action that happened at a point in time in the past. At one point it happened. See the example. I drank milk this morning. It's over. It's in the past. I drank. Now let's come to the present. Present simple. Used when making a general statement of truth at the present point in time. Example. I drink milk every day. Something that you do every day. It's not just now. We use a simple present. When we use a simple present, we also use it for something that happens every day and it's habitual. The sun rises in the east. That's something that happens every time. So it's a simple present. For such things which are general truth also we use simple present. Right? Future simple. Used for an action that will happen at a point in time in the future. I will drink milk later. Will drink milk later. One point. And remember, present simple is also used for something that happens habitually. It's a general truth also we use present simple. Right? So got it? Simple tenses are for one point of time. Next. Continuous tenses are used when we talk about a length of time. The very word continuous gives us an idea that it's something that happens over a period of time. Continuous always has ing. Yes? Going, coming, singing, dancing, playing, right? So ing form. Now this can happen, something that happens over a length of time can be for the present, can be for the past, can be for the future. Something that happened in the past at one point and ended at another point. See the timeline here. This is the present, this is the past. Let's go to the past. See, It happened, started at one point, ended at another point. Over a period of time in the past. See here, past continuous. Used for an action that was happening for a length of time in the past, when another action happened in the middle of it. Doubtful, see the example. I was drinking milk when my brother opened the door. So here it was drinking milk, brother opened the door. It stopped there. Got it? So it's happening for a period of time, not just one point. See you remember the previous one we learned the simple tense? It's one point. This is for a period. Now see the present one. Now drinking. Okay? Present continuous. Use for an action now. I am drinking milk now. Drinking. I am talking to you. You are listening. You are watching. Continuous tense. Something that's happening now. I am drinking. You are watching. You are listening. Got it? Now, in future, it happens for a period of time. Let's see. Use for an action that will be happening for a length of time in the future. Example, I will be drinking milk from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow. From one point of time to another point of time, I will be doing something. Action is continuous. Future continuous. Clear? So when it happens for a period of time, continuously happening, it's called continuous tense. So it can be present continuous, it can be past continuous, it can be future continuous. Got it? It's for a period of time. Rethink again. Simple tenses, simple present, simple past, simple future. There it's one point of time. When it comes to continuous tenses, it's for a length of time. We'll go to the next one. So we saw the continuous tense. Now, in the continuous tense itself, there are certain verbs which cannot be used in the continuous tense. That's what we are going to deal here. Non-continuous verbs. There are verbs which are not normally used in the continuous form. Such verbs are called stative verbs. Here are some of the most common non-continuous verbs. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feeling, senses, communication, thinking and other states. Let's read all these things. I'll explain to you. Feelings. Hate, like, love, prefer, want, wish. Senses. Appear, feel, hear, see, smell, sound, taste. Communication. Agree, deny, disagree, mean, promise, satisfy, surprise. Thinking. Believe, imagine, know, mean, realize, recognize, remember, understand. Other states are be, belong, concern, depend, involve, matter, need, own and possess. Now, all these verbs cannot be used in the continuous sense. That doesn't mean that these cannot be used with ing. When they are put with ing, they do the work of a gerund, the present participle. Let's see. Let's take one of this. Love. I love mangoes. Now I can't say that in the continuous tense. It's not for something now. I love mangoes. Now loving is used. Loving human beings is a noble deed. Loving is doing the work of a gerund. Same goes with the other things. See, appear, feel, hear, see. Or let us take one other one. Let's take mean. Let's take mean. I mean the bus has a breakdown. At that time it cannot be used in a continuous tense. I am, when we say it in the continuous tense, there's an auxiliary verb that comes. With that sense we cannot use it. Got it? But we have the word meaning. The meaning of the word is. Right? Let's take something else. Depend. I depend on natural medicines. There we cannot use continuous tense. But depend can be used as depending. Depending on natural medicines could also be dangerous. So these verbs cannot be used in the continuous sense. Okay, please understand that. Learn these verbs. Right? Let's move on. We're going to learn the perfect tenses. Perfect tenses are used when we talk about a point in time before another point in time. So there are two things here. First action, second action, like that. See the timeline first. Now, past, future, it's here. So first let's go to the past perfect, right? Use for an action that happened in the past before another action. One action happened, before that another action happened. Let's see. I had already drunk milk when my brother arrived. Now, in the timeline from the past, if you see, drank milk, then the brother arrived. So when the brother arrived, this drinking act is already a past. I had already drunk milk when my brother arrived. So the past of the past will have the past perfect. From the past, when you see, if you look at the activity, the past of the past, that is the first activity will have the perfect tense, the next will have the past tense. Simple. Let's go to the present perfect. Use for an action that happened in the past before the present moment. I have already drunk milk. Here the process or the work is done. I have already drunk milk. The effect of it is there. Sometimes we say the chief guest has arrived. That means he is already present there. That effect of it is still there. Got it? That is the present perfect. Now let's go to the future perfect. Use for an action that will happen in the future before another action. Before another action. We're going from the past, so first action will be this side. Okay, see there. I will have drunk milk by the time my brother arrives. I will have drunk, see, by the time my brother arrives. This activity, then this activity. So when this activity, if you look at it, this one is already the past. I will have drunk milk and my brother arrives. Here it's not the past, it's simple present. Before my brother arrives, see? Got it? So this is how we use the perfect tense. When there are two actions, to denote which the first action is, we need the perfect tense. Simple present for one point. Continuous tense for a length of time. Perfect for two actions to indicate which is the first. Right, now we go to the next one, that is the perfect continuous tense. Perfect continuous tenses are used when we talk about a length of time up to a point in time. Length of time up to a point in time. See, from one point to the other point. Let's first take the past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous. Used for an action that was happening for a length of time in the past up to the moment when another action happened. Past. I had been drinking milk for an hour when my brother opened the door. It is continuous. I had been drinking. That action was continuous when my brother opened the door. Action. When this action happened, there was a continuous action there. I had been drinking milk when my brother opened. I want you to understand how to use these tenses. Now see the present perfect continuous. Used for an action that was happening for a length of time in the past up to the present moment. In the past up to the present moment. I have been drinking milk for an hour. From one point till now it's been. The action was happening. Got it? Till now I have been drinking milk for an hour. Now let's go to the next one. That's the future perfect continuous. Used for an action that will be happening in the future for a length of time up to the moment when another action will happen. I will have been drinking milk for an hour by the time my brother arrives. When my brother arrives, I will have been drinking milk for an hour. I hope you got it. I want you to understand what will be used where. We're going to deal with this more and more. We'll go into the intricacies of these things. Don't worry, you will get it. Okay? Now please understand where to use these things. You should be clear in your mind that when something in the past what you will say and it's the future how you will say. That's what this video is for. Right? So say you can and you can. I'm sure you would have got it. You will get it. Did you get it? Got it? Then if you got it, it's well done. Please go through it again if you didn't get it. Try and get it. If you didn't get it also, no problem. Don't worry if you haven't got it. You will get it on the go. Okay? By the time you finish all the reading activities and listening activities, you will become a confident user of English. On the rest, I'm sure you will get it. So keep your cool. If the tenses aren't clear, don't worry. You will get exposure to all these things. As you get exposure, you will understand more and more. Never ever give up. For giving up is for the weak and the meek. And you're not that. Got it? So happy learning. So that was with the tenses. Try and understand where to use what. More exposure to all the language activities will make you perfect. So it's bye for now.